9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Happy Friday, everybody of WWT Live. This is your timeless elite, your PR princess, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me, on this Friday edition of Women's Wrestling Talk. And boy, we have a lot to catch up in the wonderful world of wrestling. Feel free to put in the chat on where you guys from, because the super chats are open and we have a lot to talk about. But thankfully, I'm not alone. I'm very excited because we do have a special guest with us. She has been following us for a while, and I'm very excited to chat with her on the biggest stories that have been happening in the wrestling world. And she is wrestling with Kesh.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be here. Thankful for the opportunity.
Of course. And how are you on this Friday?
I'm great. How are you doing?
It's been a very wild yet productive week, but I'm happy that we're finally getting into the weekend. Obviously, of course, we have SmackDown happening, but I'm ready to dive into all things that we love in wrestling.
For sure.
Yes, for sure. And I think we're going to get started because, shockingly enough, we're going to kick it off with TNA, because we found out yesterday one of their knockouts, Myla Grace, was granted release from TNA. Fightful made the report yesterday on their socials that she departed from TNA Wrestling. They mentioned that she recently asked for her release from TNA and it was granted this week. So this is pretty much an ongoing story. Just a little backstory: Myla Grace signed with TNA in May 2025, and she last wrestled for the promotion at the March TV tapings. She has been taking independent bookings, which include Red Pro, which is one of the well-known wrestling promotions in the UK. And Kesh, I just want to get your quick thoughts on this, because I know we chatted before on the show regarding TNA, but just want to get your thoughts on this because this is probably like the third knockout that's been released this year. Obviously, we had Danny Luna, and also we had Steph DeLander, and now we have Myla Grace. And just wanted to get your quick thoughts on this and what shift is going to be for the knockouts division in TNA.
I definitely think it's going to be a big shift. I do like the fact that TNA will let people leave, though, because you have sometimes where like people have issues with contracts, they're not able to. So I do love the fact that they are able to grant people their releases, and I feel like it's all about, your happiness and what you want in your career and situations like that. So I definitely wish her the best overall.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Obviously, of course, this has been a recurring thing because we have seen this happen many times. And I kind of said this a couple weeks ago. TNA is going through a rebuild, not just their knockouts division, their tag team division. They are going through a little bit of a rebuild. And obviously, of course, I want to see the knockouts thrive, because obviously we know the reigning TNA knockouts champion is Lei Ying Lee. She will be defending the title against Zaya Brookside at TNA Slammiversary. But we here at Women's Wrestling Talk do want to wish Myla Grace the best in her endeavors, and she is going to rock it, and very, very excited where her next opportunity is going to be.
Yes.
And also, it's kind of a pattern because we go from TNA to WWE, and shout out to Lynette in the chat. And yes, we will be previewing SmackDown. Please do not give any spoilers, because we know SmackDown was internationally, and we will be previewing that shortly later on. But multiple pulled from indie show due to contractual obligations. Multiple WWE ID talents were informed of a contractual obligation. The Dreamwave Wrestling promotion is inching towards its All-Star Weekend events on June 19th and June 20th. The promotion pushed out on the announcement that multiple WWE ID talents have been pulled from the show due to a contractual obligation. And those names are Veronica Haven, as known in the independent scene as Fallen Gray, Sloane Jacobs, I know her as the Notorious Mimi, and Lainey Luck, who is the reigning WWE ID Women's Champion, along with many others. And pretty much it just kind of this is an ongoing thing, and we have seen some people get. And also, Kesh, I just want to get your quick thoughts on this because we have seen WWE ID happen, but also we have seen them being featured in Evolve, but also getting pulled from wrestling shows where they did had also commitments.
I think it sucks, honestly, because I feel like I get the contract part, of course, you know, you're obligated to do what you have to do type of thing. But I think it does suck for those people that are trying to, you know, as well build their following, and maybe they have connections with other promotions better type of thing, you know, their upbringing and whatnot before getting in with the WWE ID. So it does definitely suck in that regard for them, for sure.
It's very hard because some of them, the commitments they made prior in advance and everything else. And it's kind of a little bit of a blow. It's very much a little bit of a blow because some of these ladies were doing work, and it's kind of hard. But of course, there is some protocols that we do not know what happened behind the scenes. But also, I'm hoping that some of the promoters in WWE ID can figure out future dates in the future, because I think that would be a really good opportunity and just continue that relationship. And shout out to our producer from the future, Dylan, in the chat. Shout out to Boza in the chat. And shout out to Crush the Crusher 7134 in the chat on hanging with us on a Friday. I just hope they do get this figured out, because there's so much opportunity out there, especially in the independent scene. And also, summertime is a good opportunity for wrestling stars to come out and be in the independent scene. It's like one of their busy, well, outside of WrestleMania week, summer is usually one of the busiest times.
Yeah, and it sucks too because, you know, TKO at times they do these like big releases that we've seen lately. So it's one of those things where it's like you could be like butchering your connection with like another place, and then TKO is like bye-bye in like 2 weeks. And I'm just like, it's kind of rocky.
Well, that's always good to know. But also, another person that was recently released, but also is doing very well, and I'm very, very happy for her. Zoey Starks is finally getting some work in. Rev Pro hosted this on their socials yesterday, actually. And if you do not know what Rev Pro is, it's one of the biggest wrestling promotions over in the UK. She will be part of the Rev Pro Women's Grand Prix in 2026. She is entrant number 1. And this will be happening on Saturday, July 25th. So if you are in the UK area, it's a really great opportunity. And she's going by Zoey Serrano. That is her new name in the independent scene. And I am super, super excited that she is getting work. She is getting opportunity. And Kesh, I just wanted to get your quick reaction on this, because we talked about this right after WrestleMania, where we were going through a lot of the releases, and Zoey Starks was one of the people that got released. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on this, as this is a great opportunity for her, that she's really getting back in and rebuilding herself.
I love this so much. Like, I love Zoey Stark, and I always wish that she got like better opportunities when she was in WWE, because I've always felt like she had the potential. She just kind of needed more of a platform situation. So when she got let go, I was just like, oh my gosh, what? And I was kind of like upset about it, honestly. But I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she's continuing to wrestle, because, you know, sometimes people may decide they want to take a break for a little bit, but I'm happy to see her get right back into the mix. I think she's going to be amazing.
I think she is going to be amazing, because this is kind of like a redemption for her. Because I thought like she would be good when she came back. I thought she would at least run for the Women's Intercontinental Championship and just be good to go. But when the release bug hit, that kind of really sucks, because she was rehabbing her injury at that time. So that was kind of a bit of a blunder. But I'm happy she is wrestling with one of the top wrestling promotions in the UK. And this is a really good opportunity for her. But if you are in the UK area, you definitely want to check out this event. It's going to be a very cool show. And I'm just happy to see wrestlers getting their redemption story.
Yes.
Another good example is Matt Cardona. Like, Matt Cardona came in, he wrestled through the independent scene, rebuilding himself, and now he's back in WWE.
I know, and it's one of those things with him particularly. I wouldn't have thought he would come back, you know, like right now, if anything, because he's been killing it on the indie scene. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm not mad at it though.
we're not mad at it. And yes, Dylan, it's really great to see. But also, I know you've been itching because we do have SmackDown happening at the top of the hour with Wrestling with Honey. Well, actually, it's Honey Night SmackDown. So you do not want to watch SmackDown alone because you can watch it with the sweetest oos of WWT Wrestling with Honey. Obviously, we know SmackDown was on earlier today internationally, but no spoilers in the chats because we're going to watch it tonight at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on USA, continuing the fallout for Clash in Italy. And we're focused on the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. We're going to hear from Cody Rhodes, who won in controversial fashion against Gunther at Clash in Italy. And we're going to see what he has to say and who is going to be the next person to step up to the plate against Cody Rhodes as they continue their road to SummerSlam. We're also going to hear from Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley, after defeating Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. We're going to hear from her and see what's next for her and who is going to step up to the plate to take on Rhea Bloody Ripley. And as I mentioned, and also before we get to the tournament, we do have a little bit of a grudge match. Ricky Saints taking out Carmelo Hayes after words were shot last week. And this has been going on with these two guys the last couple weeks. Ricky is looking for redemption, so he'll be facing off against Mr. Carmelo Hayes. And obviously, of course, these two guys are trying to go for Trick Williams' United States Championship.
I'm so sick of Ricky. Side note, like, you gotta chill out.
What? That is so wrong. That is so dirty. And I like Ricky. I've been following Ricky for so long, but we'll talk about that. We also have the King of the Ring tournament. For the men, we have Damian Priest, Trick Williams, Dominic Mysterio, and Braun Breaker in a fatal four-way match, and who's going to advance into the next round. And for the women's side, we have Bayley, JC Jane, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. All four of these ladies will be going at it. And also, all this and more is happening at the top of the hour tonight on SmackDown at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network. And Kesh, I just wanted to get your thoughts on this because is there a match or a segment in particular that you like on SmackDown?
I like the opponents for the King and Queen of the Ring. I think those are good matchups for the Fatal 4-Ways. But back to Ricky. Like, mind your business. Like, Ricky's great. He's great. But just mind your business. Just for 1 second. I really want to see Trick and Mello just bam, you know?
I want to say this because I do like Ricky. I mean, people know I've been following Ricky for a while, but I need Ricky to slap a crap out of Trick Williams after he did a couple weeks ago. I need Ricky to get his receipts back. I need him everything because it's like, man, you just treated Ricky like the last 2 weeks. I know him and Carmelo Hayes. Well, what he did to Melo, I didn't appreciate that. But he needs to get his lick back against Trick Williams after he slapped the taste out of him. And I'm waiting for that to happen. But I'm excited for the King and Queen ring of the tournament. It's interesting. It's a fatal 4-way because last night I was on Kayfabe podcast and giving my picks because I think I picked Dom to win. But of course, it may be Trick Williams to win. But I would like to see Dom advance, but we shall see on that. And for the women, I would like to see Raquel. I would like to see Raquel advance because I feel like it's time. It's time for Big Mommy Cool to get some opportunities there. It's really, really time.
I want her to like clothesline Liv Morgan and I love Liv Morgan. I just want their feud to just start. Like, I need to see it. It would be great.
Well, unfortunately, they're waiting for Stephanie to come back, which is like, it kind of really sucks because during that time, Liv could have faced one-on-one with Bayley. She could have did something with Lyra. She could have at least sneaked it because there was a lot of sneakiness from Roxanne because her face is her facial reaction. But that's all that's going to happen on SmackDown at the top of the hour. Obviously, of course, you do not have to watch SmackDown alone. You can watch it with Wrestling with Honey for Honey Night SmackDown because she will have the tea and everything else happening on tonight's watch along at the top of the hour. And then, of course, I have to switch gears with AEW because if you know, and if you watched my watch along, you kind of know during the Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament, she's back. The CEO, Mercedes Moné, was the wild card against my gal, Alex Windsor, and she advanced into the Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament. She will be facing off against the winner of tomorrow's match between Persephone and Hazuki. And Kesh, I just wanted to get your quick thoughts on this because we did talk about this before we got on the show. But I just want to get your quick thoughts on this because do you think it was the right decision AEW made, or could they give it to somebody else in the women's division?
I like this a lot because I actually think Mercedes is going to win. And I think Mercedes is going to be the one to dethrone Thekla, honestly, because, you know, she had the whole collection of the belts, and then she had where she lost each one, but she can never get the main title on AEW. So I think this is her setting up to finally get that championship, definitely.
First off, I'm happy she's back. And first off, said it's not going to be CEO Wednesdays. It is Timeless Elite Wednesdays with me because you ain't taking my day, regardless of everything else. But I will say I'm happy to see her back. She does look great with her makeup and her wig. Do I think she's going to advance in the Owen Hart Cup tournament? Yes. Do I think she's going to win the tournament? No, because I have a few thoughts on this because there's so many elements that they're trying to do. Obviously, of course, they're trying to run it back with her versus Athena because I would love to see Athena win it. And also, I don't know, because we're going to talk about Thekla and STARDOM later on in the show, but I think for me, it would be nice to see somebody from STARDOM win it, only because Thekla has a lot of deep issues with STARDOM and that continue on to All In, Wembley Stadium, and also with the fact too, AEW could have an opportunity that WWE did not do, and that's get an Asian audience, a demographic, which WWE tend to lack in because they did it with Hispanics, but they did not hit it with the Asian audience, and I feel like that's something that they could do. And also with the fact too, she came back saying I'm doing therapy, but I need to see a full crash out from you. Because I feel like I have not seen a full crash out from Mercedes. I know she did lose all the belts, but it's like I need to see a full crash out and like redemption. Because I know you're doing the CEO, but I need to see a full crash out for you. And also, there is one thing you have to do before you get your women's title. You have to confront Camille, because Camille is back, and there is still some unfinished business between both of these ladies. But
or
also,
you know what?
Yeah,
it could work. You know, if like your prediction is so she doesn't like fully win, that could be her crash out moment, definitely. Because I would crash out if I was her and I didn't get to win.
Yeah, I think it's something because it's like I need to see her full crash out moment to develop character. Because I like character development and I like storytelling. It's like I need her to have that full crash out. And also it's interesting because it's like she is getting cheered, but she's doing tactics as a heel. So it's like she has that cockiness and confidence. So it's like, I don't know. It's interesting with Thekla. And also with the fact, too, if Thekla gets inside her head, this is why Mercedes kind of has to lean onto the rest of the division, because you don't have Toni Storm. Willow Nightingale is out. Obviously, of course, you have Harley Cameron. But this is where you're going to have to go to uncharted territory and kind of think of the one person that gave Thekla her first loss. And I think they should have had a blood feud is Jimmy Hayter.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Because she was the first lady that gave Thekla her first loss when she came to AEW.
Gotta get creative.
I know. I'm getting very
that's a good pick.
Because when I thought about it, I'm like, well, Jamie was the first woman to give Thekla her first loss, and they both have one win apiece. But I think this is something. And yes, Boza, there's a lot of narcs out there. I don't want to get into it because I said this on my watch along on Wednesday. But I'm happy to see her back. It's going to be very interesting because she's familiar with two of her opponents, Persephone and Hazuki.
Yes.
It's going to be very interesting. I know she's going to pay attention closely in that match. And I do have a feeling they're probably going to run it back with her versus Athena. But I would like Athena to win. I would love for Athena to get a victory. And plus, Athena still has some lick back from Mercedes after that women's tag season title match at World's End. So that's a lot to handle. But happy to see Mercedes back. I think she is going to have a crash out moment because it's like, I know you're back and all, but we need to see that crash out moment because I feel like it hasn't happened yet. It's not happened.
It's coming.
It is. It is. It's like the thing. And Boza, we will talk about that selling because that's why I said I'm getting creative because I wouldn't be shocked if somebody from STARDOM won it because then Thekla could continue that rivalry with STARDOM. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
That's true.
But also another thing, another cool initiative that we have is the Women's Wrestling Archive. That's done by our boss lady, TK Trinidad, because we get to celebrate the past, the present, and the future of women's wrestling.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might think he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate 1, 5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive. Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
Support everything that you have for the Women's Wrestling Archive. $1, $2, $3. Anything else to say regarding that? So you get to support the Women's Wrestling Archive. And I thought I saw TK back because she's back for this story. Yeah. This guy right here. MJF, the reigning, yeah, and you came back. The reigning AEW champion, I guess. Of course, if you know what happened yesterday.
I'm sure you love that, Courtney.
Huh?
I'm sure you love that, Courtney.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't like to see anybody injured. But MJ, I don't like to root for anybody that's injured. But MJF has been pulled from this weekend's Beyond Wrestling event after suffering a hyperextended knee during his title defense on the June 3rd episode, this past episode of AEW Dynamite. Beyond Wrestling announced the news on Twitter Thursday morning, saying MJF is not medically cleared to travel or compete. Unfortunately, MJF hyperextended his knee during his match last night and is not medically cleared to travel or compete. And the promotion wrote he will not be in Cranston tomorrow night, but assured me he will wrestle for Beyond Wrestling as soon as the schedule allows it. We do wish him a speedy recovery. He was supposed to face off against Bobby Orlando, who has been killing it in the independent scene, and also wrestled at Creative Pro alongside MJF. But the promotion said it's working for a replacement. But also, we did find out on socials the replacement happens to be will be in Cranston tonight. But we do wish MJF a speedy recovery.
We definitely do. I wonder if there's something, because we talked about it on Monday. I wonder if this is something, because he said he was going to pull back from indie shows. So I wonder if this is like something that he kind of saw coming, like his body, like, you know, when your body kind of hits a certain point where it's just like, all right, I need to give my body a rest. Maybe that's kind of what he saw. He just didn't time it, you know, in time. You know what I'm saying?
And I think what happened on Wednesday with this match against Roosh, you knew he was holding on to his knee. So it was like, yeah, I think something happened with his knee, and I was hoping it wasn't too serious.
Yeah, that match was brutal, so you never know.
Speedy recovery to him.
You never know. Speedy recovery to the biggest jerk in AEW, I guess.
Whoa!
Whoa! He is the biggest jerk.
That was the Courtney I was waiting for. I was like, wait, Courtney's being so nice.
That's my guy.
Being nice. He's the biggest jerk in AEW. He's a jerk. Nobody likes him. He called him schmucks. I mean, come on.
I like him a lot. A whole bunch.
I mean, I know people like him a lot. I mean, he's a great athlete, but he's still a jerk.
I know.
Oh,
I just
boy.
don't want to admit it. It's okay. I know.
I mean, I don't know. I said to myself, if I ever meet Alicia in person, I'm going to say, what did you see in that guy?
Oh, my.
If I ever
Damn.
see Alicia in person, I'm like Alicia. I don't know, but speedy recovery to MJF because he has to get ready because he may have an opponent at Forbidden Door, and that's Mark Briscoe. But speaking of Forbidden Door, we were talking about her earlier. Thekla has been making a lot of waves. If you guys have not been following a lot, she made it crazy. It'll be a year since she's debuted in AEW, and she's kind of been taking a lot of fire. And obviously, of course, there's a lot of deep dive with the situation between her and STARDOM. If you did not know, she apparently, attack the president of Stardom and apparently got quote unquote banned. But she pretty much addressed further the situation on the High Spots Virtual Gimmick Table podcast. And she kind of goes on to say, well, I mean, they're all dumb, obviously, and I think biting the hand that used to feed me also, but at the same time it's like yeah, F that. They know I told it straight to their face that I did not like a lot of the shit they do. So Taro Okada, he's still gonna get his beating sooner or effing later, probably sooner since we've got Forbidden Door coming up. This time I may have effed it up a little bit because all of Japan is tweeting about me. I just looked at a message and I saw that AEW might be apologizing to Stardom for the things I did done, but F them. I'm gonna go over there and kick every single person's ass who dare to talk shit about me. And this is her words, not mine.
Whew. That'd be something like you would say. That'd be something like you would say, Courtney. That's very on brand.
Now, I don't know about Thekla. It's just the way she says it. It's like, man, she says it more better than I would. I mean, she says a lot more.
Do you guys like Thekla?
Yeah. I love Thekla because I love anybody who is different from the norm. And there's nothing wrong with the norm, but I just love people who, it's just you just love people who they're kind of going against the grain.
Yeah, she's very spicy.
She is. I had actually the chance to meet her at WrestleCon last summer, and it was actually her first event in the US. She's super cool, super chill. She's doing her own thing. And I did not know she was part of a band because she talks about it at the media scrum. So she's trying to get that band back together. So hopefully we see her touring. But Thekla has been very killing it. It's interesting because all the ladies in Stardom have tweeted on her. So she may be facing somebody at Stardom Forbidden Door. Who's it going to be? I don't know. I would not be shocked if the president of Stardom came in because she beat the crap out of the president during WrestleMania week. So I don't know. We shall see who's going to challenge her at Forbidden Door. But Thekla, she's bringing a lot of spiciness to AEW's women's division. And I kind of do like the entertaining. She is bringing a lot of spiciness.
Yeah, I think it's a good addition.
I think it is. And TK, you weren't here for this because we did talk about Mercedes. But I wanted to get your quick thoughts regarding Mercedes' return, because it wouldn't seem fair if I skipped over and didn't ask you. But I wanted to get your thoughts on her returning. And do you think it was a good decision for her to come back during the Owen Hart Cup women's tournament?
When else would she come back? I think with AEW and Courtney, I'm gonna preface this, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think with AEW, you can't deny that Mercedes is the face of the brand. So at the end of the day, Mercedes is kind of almost the equivalent of Charlotte Flair. It's like, breaking case of emergency, they bring Charlotte Flair to, become champion, et cetera, et cetera. That's why she's multi-time champion. So I think the Mercedes is the same version of Charlotte Flair for AEW. It's like, not to say it's nothing bad about the women's locker room at AEW, but Mercedes is Mercedes Moné. Like, you can't deny that. So I think this would be the perfect time. She's had a break. She probably said she's ready to come back. She just came off of the Mandalorian red carpet. So yeah, the writing's on the wall with that. She's definitely the face of the brand. At least she's getting paid to be the face of the brand.
I mean, she's the highest paid woman in all of wrestling.
Yeah,
she's the highest paid. I mean, you can't deny the way she got paid.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's the highest paid woman. Like, when they first signed her, she was the highest paid. So I think it's like a multi-year. I think she's on like a 5-year deal. So
I think it boasts of how many years? I thought it was 8.
I think it was like 5 she signed, but 5. But she does 5. Do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Athena. But I did say earlier she's gonna have a crash out sooner than you think. Because I was like, I know you are the CEO, but sooner or later you're gonna have a crash out. Because I didn't see it fully happen before she left for AEW. And plus, also Camille's back too. So it's like I kind of need her to confront Camille before getting through that. It's gonna be an interesting road for her. Because obviously, of course, if she does meet with Athena needs her back after what happened at World's End with the women's tag team titles. And Athena doesn't seem very happy about that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
yeah, we'll definitely see.
But I wanted to get quick thoughts, but I do have one more story left. And this is actually a good story to end. Big E he posted this on socials. He's going to do a TED Talk event in Davenport, Iowa on August 12th, and it's actually going to focus more on mental health. We have seen Big E for the last couple months talk about his mental health, especially in wrestling, and it's pretty much a topic of how I got over sharing my struggles with major depressive disorder and psychosis, and my eventual healing through medication, hospitalization, ECT, talk therapy, and mindfulness and meditation. And this is really, really great opportunity. And I'm just happy for Big E to do a TED Talk.
Yeah, that's sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's often, people don't really talk about that type of stuff. It happens to college athletes, it happens to high school athletes. When you invested so much time into one thing and then you are stripped from it, not by your own terms, like you didn't walk away from it, it was due to injury, due to, politics or whatever else. Nobody really checks in on the mental side of it. And then also a lot of people don't talk about it. I'm sure there's a lot of wrestlers, a lot of athletes who didn't have as much or didn't have a big injury like Big E did, as far as, it took away his career in wrestling, but then he transitioned that to still be a part of the company. In some cases, it takes your career away and you have nothing. And so, for him to talk about this and, really actualize this might be helpful to a lot of other, not just athletes, but people when they lose something that they've been working on for, forever. So yeah, I definitely, he's always been big supporter. And I'm really eager to hear how he's going to talk about this, and hopefully it'll spread and other companies will take notice.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he's the perfect person, because even if it's like outside of wrestling, you could have someone that may have a similar thing where they weren't able to reach their dreams and they don't know how to really, get through that. So I feel like he's a great person. Plus, he has a great personality. I feel like he's very like welcoming, kind of, and he's just cool to listen to. So I think he's going to be really good with that.
I actually do. And it's funny because we were talking about what the situation with AJ Lee when she talked about mental health, and I think it's also really important, and I'm happy mental health is being put on a light on this, and especially with Big E, because he has been open about this a lot. And I think the piece that he did with, it's not complex, I forget the publication that happened, but he actually had a good piece that we already talked about that, and I really do appreciate that. But I do think it's really important to really cancel the stigma, because it is okay. It is okay to seek help. It is okay to do therapy, and it's okay to do self-care. And I'm very, very happy he is taking on a topic, especially in sports. And I think, TK, you mentioned this, like Serena Williams was facing with it. I remember Naomi Osaka was facing for it when she was at the top of the height in tennis. So many athletes have been taking the roads, and I'm very happy to see a lot of people like Big E taking on this topic, and hopefully we see more athletes sharing their stories regarding mental health.
Especially as a Black man too. That's because it's still kind of, frowned upon, and et cetera, et cetera. So I think, seeing him talk about it might, open the floodgates for other Black men. So
for sure.
That part right there. And also, you aren't here for SmackDown, because we kind of went through SmackDown, because obviously Cody's going to be there. Rhea's going to be there talking about their matches from Clash in Italy and seeing what's next. We're going to have Carmelo Hayes taking on Ricky Saints and continue the king and queen of the ring tournament. We have Damian Priest, Trick Williams, Dominic Mysterio, and Braun Breaker for the men. And for the women, we have Bayley, JC Jane, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good SmackDown, and they're still overseas too. No spoilers, so you did say you guys can watch with Honey. Honey Night SmackDown is still going on at the same time, so no spoilers. Although I love a good spoiler, so you can tell me, DM me on the side. But yeah, I think it's all gonna be good. I'm definitely looking to the tag team. I think I'm looking forward to that. That might be good.
Yeah, I think SmackDown's going to be really good. And also, Finn Balor may make his appearance, because he's now in the SmackDown brand. So we may see him on SmackDown.
I'm so happy he got moved. I feel like the Judgment Day needs to break up like 10 years ago. I love this.
I love factions. Why does everyone want to get rid of factions? We
They got
don't
honey.
we don't have that many factions.
They got
Liv
honey's not here.
Morgan irritates me for Raquel and Roxanne. She's so selfish. Like you put yourself in a tournament and you have the title is crazy.
Well, okay. If you in this is imitation or reality versus reality imitating life. If you have any type of group, a group of 5 people, hell, we see it with, bands all the time. There's always one who's the cute one. There's the one who's the nerd. There's the one who, like, it's that's what it is. So in a faction, like, everybody's not going to get the light. Everybody's not going to be LeBron. And that's what makes it more interesting, because it's not 1 versus 1. I do understand, like, Finn being a part of Judgment Day was like, okay, it was good for a time, but I am for factions. I think the Judgment Day, the original, or I think it just went through like 3 different iterations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the original Judgment Day would have been great. So I understand getting rid of this version of Judgment Day. I just wish they would have kept, I think, the second one.
Yeah.
Like, with Rhea and Damien. Is it Rhea, Damien, and
yeah. And then, like, they could have did something more with that. Obviously, Rhea has went on to did amazing things. Dominic has too. Sorry. Damien is, hit or miss sometimes. So, but yeah, it's just kind of like the bloodline. Like, I know everybody wants to break up the bloodline, but then what? Like, you can't imitate the bloodline ever again. What other family do you know that has 102,000 members in WWE? Like,
not many. Like, that's
not many. There's only one.
Yeah, because I was telling my friend, I was like, we're gonna be like 85 still watching like their children like come in. And dominate.
I would have said the Hart family was a close second, because not compared to Samoa, but
yeah. How many family members of the Hart families in WWE?
Oh yeah. Well, there's only
right.
One.
Yeah.
One.
Right. And now Naomi has a baby. There's so many other. Zilla hasn't been made signed yet. There's so many family members that keep popping up. It's like, wait, how many? Who had all these kids?
Literally.
They like big families. They like
right.
Big families.
And there's Roman's kids. Like, there's so many kids that we haven't even seen yet.
And Jacob, he has like 7 or 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna end for a while.
Like
right.
Jay.
Yeah. And then why do you want it? Why do you want, like, I think the thing with factions is you have to apply it to the same version of WWE, meaning that WWE is not going to be amazing every single week, every single year. And the thing with factions, you're not going to get the thing that you want from the faction every single time. It's just the ebbs and flows of life. Like, your life is not great. Well, I don't know about y'all, but my life is not amazing every single day that I've been on this earth. There's been the high times, there's been low times, there's been an in between. And I think we have to apply that to, especially to WWE, who is here day in, day out, has, 6, 7, 1,000 shows a week. Like, we have to give them a little bit of grace that it's not going to be what we want. It's not going to be perfect, because they're catering to so many different. We have 3 Black women here, right? And how many other, other races and ethnicities and, genders and everybody else who they have to cater to all these people of all these different age groups. Like, they're not going to get it right every single time. We're not going to like it every single time. I hate what they've done with Naomi, and there'll be some people who don't care. Like, okay. So
yeah, that kind of sucks. You've been talking about that with, like, since even before I came on.
Naomi forever.
Wait, what are your thoughts on, like, Naomi?
I think that they did her a disservice. I think that she should have been the bloodline. I can't even find the picture, and my hands are full with my dog. But I've been talking about the bloodline, aka the Samoan dynasty, for the better part of 10 years. I think she should have been a part of the Samoan dynasty. It would have been a good thing. Oh, I don't know where Keshia. We lost your picture, but I think you can hear me.
Yeah,
it would have been it would have been a good thing. So it'd be kind of funny if Naomi just popped up in the picture. It would have been a good thing. And, they missed the mark. They also missed the mark on The Rock, and obviously that's politics. But there's so many different things that they could have played on that. But I'm not going to get that. And, I'm sad about it, and it is what it is. But there's some people who don't care. So to me, Yeah, to me, I don't know if Keshia realized that we can't see you. Just FYI.
You can't?
No, you're like a black box.
Is that good?
No.
What? I can see you guys. That's weird.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. You just can't see you.
Can you see me now?
Mm-mm.
What the heck? I can see That's weird.
StreamYard's been acting really funny because I was on another show and this girl couldn't hear me. I tried all the mics and I'm like, I hear everything. I don't understand what's going on. So StreamYard, please get your act together. We've been rocking with you forever since the pandemic. Oh my God, since the pandemic. So yeah, please. I don't know if you want to go out and come back in, but we're about to wrap soon anyway. So it's up to you.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Because that's the stories I have for today. But is there anything that I missed?
Did we promote Pound Town?
No, but we can do that.
All right,
I did do.
Let's let's give Kesh a little bit of time to go out and come in, and y'all make sure you check out Pound Town Wrestling. I don't know if you have the video ready, Court. I think I can get it. I can get it.
Thank you. Get it.
There you go.
Get it.
Check out Pound Town Wrestling in Los Angeles, happening not this weekend, but next weekend.
This is a no DQ match.
You know who you're talking to?
But as I'm looking around, I don't see anyone more beautiful than me.
Last Downtown was supposed to be my debut win.
What are you doing in my office, girl? The locker room is over there.
Ooh, Pound Town Wrestling, Pound Town.
Pound Town Wrestling.
I really wanted to congratulate this entire crew. Family, friends, loved ones, hard work. I commend all of you. Pound Town Wrestling. Here it is.
She was just here.
Who's just here? I don't know. Maybe she thought we were done. I don't know. Oh wait, there she is.
There she is.
There you are. We thought you left. She's like, bump this. You don't see
I don't know what's going on.
All right. So y'all definitely check out Pound Town Wrestling. Right, live TV at its best. If you guys saw the other show I did last weekend, I was like, what is going on? It was almost as if I just started this yesterday. Anyways, check out Pound Town Wrestling. There's gonna be a lot of people there, so if you're in the Los Angeles area, definitely check that out. I have been announced a host, or I don't know. I'm doing something. Yeah,
You do an interview.
Yeah, thank you, interviewer. I'm doing something, and then I called Ariana. And I was like, can we talk about this? So I'll be there. Sed should be there as well, so definitely check that out. This weekend, so today's Friday, so Honey Night SmackDown is happening tonight. On Sunday, me and Christina are going to be doing WoW and Triple A. So definitely keep it on. Wait, Sunday? No, Saturday. Oh my Saturday, God. We're going to be doing that. So definitely check that out. I think we covered all the stories. So, Kes, because you are our guest, please let everybody know where they can find you and your favorite women's wrestling match before you get out of here.
Oh, okay. Everyone can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, the exact same name, all platforms. My favorite women's wrestling match, definitely Sasha and Bianca at WrestleMania. Just like the premise of it, because two Black women first time main eventing. I'm never gonna forget that. That's a moment in history for me. So, two goats going at it. What better match?
Okay. All right. And Courtney, where can I mean, I've never asked you that question, so you can answer the same question and tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you never asked me that question. Well, I'm gonna go a little bit further. So if I had to pick, my favorite women's match was WrestleMania 19 between Trish Stratus, Jazz, and Victoria, because that match in particular, those three ladies brought it. And even though Trish won, I was very happy to see Jazz at her second WrestleMania. So that was pretty huge, and especially at that time. Even though women's wrestling was not the cusp, it was just so awesome to see. And obviously, a couple months before, Trish and Victoria had that amazing hardcore match at Survivor Series. So that is one of my favorite women's matches that I love. But the people can always find me chirping on WWT Live periodically as I can. I will be on the ground tomorrow for Deonna Purrazzo and Steve Macklin's event tomorrow. I'm very excited. I will be doing media. You don't know who I'll be interviewing, but they will be there. We have talent from everywhere, like from the Hardys, Shotzi, Megan Bain, Chris Statlander, Emily J, many people in the independent scene, and it's all going to a good cause because most of the proceeds are going to go to an organization devoted to veterans, which is very, very awesome. And I'm very happy Deonna and Steve are doing this, especially in New Jersey, which is really awesome. So make sure if you're around, say hello, because I will be on the ground doing media for that, representing WWT. Also, make sure to follow me on my socials on @CourtneyNJ11 because I do have a ton of things happening, a very ton of things happening in the coming weeks, but also content happening, every Wednesday. You get to pull up with me with AEW Dynamite. We're on the road to Forbidden Door. So we are going to continue action with the Owen Hart Cup men and women's tournament and also some stuff happening there. And also feel free to catch me because not only Deonna's event, we're also going to have MLW coming, NWA, TNA coming to Philadelphia. So it's going to be a very hot summer of wrestling in the East Coast. And please make sure to follow ISPW Wrestling because we have a lot of shows happening. Also, of course, their big show in July at Wildwood. It will be the Hangbangers' final match before they hang up their boots. So a lot of stuff happening and you don't want to miss it.
There it is. So my favorite women's wrestling match is Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. I think it was definitely one of those matches, right? It was definitely one of those. Sorry, my dog is acting up. It's definitely one of those matches that was a game changer. So that's one of my favorite matches. That's one of the matches that comes to mind. So definitely that. You can follow me everywhere at TK Trinidad. Make sure you follow Women's Wrestling Talk on all social media platforms at www.talkpod.com. We have a lot of articles on the website again. So if you're like, yo, they haven't put out content in a long time, go and check out the website. We have content coming out on a regular basis again. We're getting it all together. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. All the things. Keep it locked. There are shorts dropping all the time on so many different interviews, on so many different wrestlers. So if you're like, I don't have time to watch all these interviews, go and check out our shorts. We get shorts at least 10 times a day. So there's more stuff for you guys to watch. So thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao for now.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.